John Johnson, and I'd like to welcome you to West Sacramento NERF. Don't be fooled by the name though. West Sacramento NERF is going to be a group of participating people from around the entire Sacramento area, but it is going to be home-based, stationed. We are going to mainly do our meetings and gatherings and battles and warfare at West Sacramento. Now, to help out and give it a heads up to the judges and referees, if we want to set you up, you're going to have whistle, your official NERF shield, NERF badge. This is your referee badge right here. This says that you have the authority. Don't mess, right? Clipboard, pen, and your paper information that you're going to need to help keep track of scoring whatever teammate or player that you are keeping track of that day. So, heads up, I'm going to try to get you parents to, you cannot judge your own kid. That's favoritism. You have to judge someone else. But nonetheless, let's get started about what referees, judges have to look for and look at. Let's go over the rules really quickly because there has already been a rules video posted, so I want to keep this short. Each team will have NERF legal ammunition and weapons divided amongst two teams. So everyone gets guns, ammunition exactly divided in half, right? All players will receive 3 flags. It's a flag system, right? 1, 2, 3, just like flag football, except for instead of 1 flag, you have 3. Now, every time they're shot, they lose a flag. They have to sit there for dead for 10 seconds. It's basically injured for 10 seconds. Now, in injured phase, they get to do things such as collect ammunition. They have to sit or kneel, somehow display that, get themselves down to the ground, show that they are in injured phase, and make sure that they are counting it out loud. Their 10 seconds of injured phase. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you got some guy kneeling down or sitting down in injured phase a little quiet, he may be taking advantage of the injured phase too long. He may be, acting as if he's still in injured phase while he's been there a whole minute just collecting ammunition, cheating. Another thing to look out for is terrain is not allowed to be tampered with. Okay, so if you see someone blatantly kicking a row of boxes that's supposed to be a wall out of the way and blasting everything like Rambo, that's when you're going to have to give them a, what do you call that? Misbehavior mark, unfortunately. So that goes to the scorecard. We'll go to the scorecard in a minute. Now, all players must stay in the cone zone. Now this goes to your reference guide. Breaching the cone zone or going out of bounds is a form of forfeit. When this happens, forfeit / surrender or pushed out of bounds, round out of bounds. Give them a whistle and tap on the shoulder for 10 seconds, put them in injured for 10 seconds, but no flag loss. Any flag snatching or stealing flags will result in misconduct mark, flag loss, taken flag loss, and tapping to injury. Now this is where things might have to get tricky for you. You might have to enforce, you might get a foul look from some of the kids and players. If you see anyone basically just they did not shoot the person, but they're just basically playing flag football, running up and snatching the flag and running around doing so willingly, not playing by the rules, just being an arse on the field, that's when you are going to basically have to tap the whistle, give them the whistle, tap on the shoulder, 10 seconds, make sure they count it off, and not only do they lose one of their own flags, but they lose the flags that they have taken, which is kind of like gold the way I have things set up. The other thing is, in case any of the players start arguing about shots not being felt, or they didn't know that, as far as I'm concerned, hey, I didn't know that bullet hit me, then it didn't hit me. No, there's none of that. If the dude yells out 10 seconds or hit and points at that person, and it makes the eye contact, and the dude's like, no, and they start fighting about it. No, you hit me. No, you didn't. Stop it right there. Whistle. Flag loss for both of them, not from taking flags, just one of their own flags. They both lose 1 live flag and tapped for 10 seconds into injured. Just to keep gameplay going and to keep them honest. That will encourage them to be honest with each other between their gameplay, for if they're not, they both are at loss. Hits are as they are shot. There is no ricochet. There is no it bounced off the wall and then got him. No. It had to be as intended, shot directly from the barrel to the face. That's hit. If you see any vulgar activities such as them yelling at each other like "fuck you" and just like flipping each other off and being hella stupid, maybe humping the air a little at each other, who cares? Don't blow the whistle, don't chase them around on that stuff. But if you do see them doing that, one of your buddies that you're judging, if you're on the scorecard, give a misconduct mark. If they're being very ill-mannered, no chivalry, no honor. Throwing guns or mistreating material, again, just like maybe kicking things over, just blasting through, not showing any kind of care for the set obstacles that are there for battle. For instance, if the kids start lifting up the box and walking with it, it's cheating. That's like you're saying you're lifting up the brick wall and you're going to carry it with you as a shield. No, none of that. If that happens, misconduct mark. No giving or exchanging flags, okay? We don't want anyone switching sides on us. Well, maybe later, again, that's later rounds, awkward rounds. But in the official NERF games, no one can switch sides in the middle of gameplay, and no extra lives, okay? So if you have two guys working together, one guy has 3 lives, 3 flags still, the other has 1 life, 1 flag, and his buddy gives him one of his flags so that he's back up to 2, that's not the way it's designed, my friends. Once you're dead, you are dead. So no exchanging flags. And if the referees catch you, this is where you step in, if you see any of that activity happening, 10 seconds, and they both lose, of course, one of their own flags and one of their taken flags. This is the only other time that both flags can be lost. So now that we've basically gone over the rules, very basic, right? Again, everyone will get one of the NERF rules and regulations information pages when the game starts to go over it, to keep themselves freshed up, and so that they can't argue that they don't know the rules. They will get all this information at least half an hour, during our tactical training courses and stuff like that. You guys will get a chance to go over this and think it through and comprehend it. I will huddle with the players, with the judges and referees. We will go over all this about, maybe just a couple minutes, very, very briefly, very quickly. I'm not going to be too picky about if you do this perfectly, okay? So don't stress on it. Still, this is all just for fun. Whatever that you do get down, whatever check marks that you make on the scorecards, the times that you do log, will matter and will come to me. In the end, I will take all these scorecards, add everything up for all the people that are in the group participating strongly, and they will see results. No one will get left behind. That's when you get into the fun stuff. After you've established all this in your mind, you know all the rules, the regulations, you know what to look out for so that there's no cheating during gameplay, you know how to go along and time people now, you know what to look for during the course, if they hit large targets, moving targets, small targets, whatever, right? Now that's when you have your scorecards. This is where you think exciting, okay? You're a judge, just imagine it. You're running along, you're following a guy going through the obstacle course. He's shooting targets, he's jumping, he's flipping, he's crawling, he's shooting more targets. And this is what you got to keep track, right? You got your timer. Beep, go! The course starts. He shoots a few targets, he hits three small targets, 1, 2, 3 small check marks. You can only hit so many targets. He can hit as many small targets as he wants, but you can only get so many points for hitting them. Okay? So after you see him hit a large target, make a check mark. That one was moving. He would hit a moving human target that was moving, another large moving target, check mark, okay? Now, during the war games, if you see, like, tapping teammates, if you see them tapping teammates, if you see a teammate tapping a teammate into play, and you're judging him, give him the tapping teammates back into play, check mark. So it's once you see it, make a check at the box. It's all. You don't have to write anything. It's not you don't have a lot of eye on paper time. It's set up so that it's a check mark system, so that once you see it happen, look for it, make the check mark, eyes back onto play. Okay? So it's very user friendly. Don't be too scared. Okay? Next, of course, is the timesheet. This is where, once we're doing drills such as quick draws, quick reloading skills, going through our speed courses and obstacle courses, this is where we are going to mark our times. Quick draw statistics, obstacle course time, speed assembly, other times challenges that we will create at the very end of the day during free time and whatnot, right? This is where you're going to mark down that time of information. Stopwatch, write it down. Stopwatch, write it down. You're the judge, you're the ref, you're awesome. Scorecards, timesheets, your badges,